Is the morning star in the Bible Lucifer, or is it Jesus? Or is it both? In this video, I will explain this concept. Now, of course, Lucifer is a term that only appears once in the King James. And in most of the modern translation, it doesn't appear at all. And it appears in 1412. And it goes something like this. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? So Lucifer is a poor translation of a Hebrew wording that goes something like this. How art thou fallen from Shomain, which is heaven, O Hallel, the bright, Ben Shakar, dawn, or the son of dawn, or the one of dawn. How art thou cast down to earth, thou which hast lied low the goyim. So the Hebrew term for this, of course, is not Lucifer at all. It has something to do with the sun setting on the king of Babylon, which is what Isaiah 14 is about. Isaiah 14, of course, has to do with the lamentations the Jews have with being ruled by the king of Babylon, who has taken them captive. And this, of course, comes to an end eventually with the Persian king returning them back to Israel. Morning star is a different matter. This appears in many places, or several places in the New Testament. One place in Revelation, Jesus says, "I am the bright morning star." The morning star is a symbolic language. It's a reference back to Venus, the star that is visible in the morning when all the other stars fade away. And the star, or the planet, Venus, represents love. That's the meaning we attribute to that planet. And of course, back then, just as today, people attribute meaning to the planets. Now, if you want to go with a meaning, astrological meaning, to the sun, which is of course what is being talked about in the Isaiah 14, then the sun would represent ego. It would not represent illumination or light. So if you were using the same language, it's better to understand what the difference is. But the first thing, as you will have noticed already, is that term morning star is a wrong translation of Isaiah 14. It doesn't actually go in that direction. You can say one of the dawn, or the son of dawn, or you could say the day star is also a way of translating Hallel. And the day star, of course, is the sun. It's not Venus. So if you want to compare those two, what Lucifer represents and what the morning star represents, it's two opposite things. Venus represents love, the sun represents ego. But I would go even further and say that Lucifer is a wrong translation originally, right? That the Latin translation, if you want to go with a Latin translation of that word, it would be something like lucid, which is light, and then if you want to say bringer of light, it's the effector of light, of lucid. And that makes no sense, right? So Lucifer is a made-up term, but of course has become meaningful for many people. But it does represent Satan, or the king of Babylon, who was bad, or the sun, which represents ego. So that's the way to go with it. Every time anybody says the morning star is Lucifer, then go back to Isaiah 14 and say, no, the translation is wrong. It doesn't actually go in that direction. The morning star, the only morning star that is the morning star is Jesus. And that's in several places in the New Testament. I hope this was helpful. If you want to break down the Bible, I think it's very important to sometimes to go back and see, some of these translations are wrong. They don't describe the actual sentence, the verse is very good, and they don't actually seem to have understood what the verse is about. So you have to kind of break down sometimes the Hebrew words or the Greek words to get to the real essence of it. But I can see that a lot of people still today make that mistake of conflating the morning star because of these bad translations. So Jesus and Lucifer are two opposite ends of the spectrum, and they are not the same thing, do not represent the same thing. Anyways, if you like this video, press a like, and I will see you in the next video.